Welcome back to Dmac Mad Gaming. I'm your host Dmac, and here we believe gaming is a lifestyle, not a hobby. Welcome back, guys. And today we're talking about Nintendo. So for all you Nintendo fans out there, there's been a lot of news surrounding Nintendo this week that I want to talk about, give you my opinion about. First thing we're going to talk about is Cuphead. Yes, the phenomenal indie game is coming to the Nintendo Switch on April 18th. Yes, guys. You now, Nintendo fans, would have been able to play Cuphead that was exclusive to the Xbox on their platform, is now coming to the Nintendo Switch on April 18th. I recommend picking this game up. It's a lot of fun. It's a run-gun shooter. It's challenging. The design of the levels are amazing. The gameplay is smooth, fluid. The graphics are on point. It's just really amazing. It is a really fun, challenging game, and I recommend everybody that have a Nintendo Switch to play it. And the thing about it is it don't cost that much. It's only $20 to get. Yes, Cuphead is only $20. And you're going to have a great experience with this game. It's a phenomenal game. I recommend picking it up. And now, for those who haven't listened to Switch and haven't ever played it, don't have a PC and never played it, it is now coming to the Nintendo Switch on April 18th. And there's a lot of talk about why this is happening in the gaming community. And I'm going to tell you about what people have been saying and why they think it's happening. And I'm going to give you my opinion why I feel like it's happening. A lot of people are like, why is a first-party indie game that was only exclusive on the Xbox coming to the Nintendo Switch? Why is that happening? Well, a lot of people feel like because Microsoft and Nintendo are collaborating, and this is a way Microsoft showing Nintendo that they're on board by letting one of their biggest indie exclusives come over to their platform. And in my opinion, I feel like it's a sign that's letting us know, the gaming community, that Nintendo and Microsoft are going to collaborate. And they're going to announce some huge news later on this year. That's my opinion and a lot of people in the gaming community. Now, there's a story behind how Cuphead was brought over to the Nintendo Switch. And I'm going to tell you about that story. So why people are just not jumping to conclusions. It's a story to it as well to make people think like this may be happening. So from what I've been hearing in the gaming community, a lot of people talking about is that Microsoft approached the developers of Cuphead and told them to make a version of Cuphead for the Nintendo Switch. And so they did. And then the developers of Cuphead went over to Nintendo and told them they made a version of Cuphead for the Nintendo Switch. And they told them that Microsoft told them to do it. And this is why we're getting a Cuphead on the Nintendo Switch. And a lot of people losing their minds over it. I'm losing my mind over it. April 18th, I will be getting Cuphead. I'll buy it digitally and download it to my console because it's a phenomenal game. I already have it for the Xbox, but now I can have it on my Nintendo Switch so I can play it on the go. It's a fantastic game. But not only Cuphead is coming to the Nintendo Switch, we also got Unravel 2 coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, Unravel 2 is not a first-party exclusive to Microsoft. It was also on the PC and the PlayStation 4. So, but it's a phenomenal indie game. The first Unravel was a smash. Everyone loved it. It was a lot of fun. And Unravel 2 is even better. But Unravel 2 has actual co-op where you and another person can play it together. And you got to work together to get through the levels. Great level design. Smooth gameplay. It's a lot of fun. I recommend picking that up as well. So now let's get to some news that everyone's been talking about for the last 48 hours. Nintendo is coming out with 2 new Nintendo Switches for the consumers. Yes, 2 new Nintendo Switches are in development. Now, let me state this real quick so you don't get the wrong idea. It's a rumor now. It's only a rumor from the Wall Street Journal. Kind of leaked some sources saying that Nintendo is working on 2 new Nintendo Switch versions that's going to be designed to target a certain demographic. Yes, that's what we heard from the Wall Street Journal, and they usually do their due diligence and they check their sources and things like that. So this may be happening. So they're making 2 new Nintendo Switches. One will be targeted towards a younger audience, adolescents, people under the age of 18. And then they're also making a dedicated console for those who are hardcore Nintendo fans that want a little bit more power in the Nintendo Switch, a little bit more processing power, better graphics, better frame rates. They want to have a better experience playing Nintendo Switch games with a higher resolution and things like that. So 2 different Nintendo Switches are coming out, and it's supposed to be coming out this summer that consumers can get their hands on. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. what's going on with Nintendo, D-Mac? I just bought a Nintendo Switch, and now they're coming out with 2 new versions. I know, I know, but hear me out. Nintendo have a good reason for why they're doing this. It's not like they just doing it to be greedy. The next generation of consoles for Sony and Microsoft are coming pretty soon. The next year or two, we'll be seeing some new consoles on the market. And Nintendo still need that third party support to keep it successful. And the current Nintendo Switch won't be able to handle it. So they had to upgrade the Nintendo Switch to be relevant and be competitive with Microsoft and Sony. They had to. That's why everybody in the gaming community was talking about that. They had to, because this is a necessary move that they need to do to stay relevant, to stay competitive in the gaming industry. And I'm not mad at them. Even though the Nintendo Switch is only 2 years old. Now, what would be really messed up is that the current Nintendo Switch doesn't play the newest games that are coming out for the Nintendo, like the first party exclusives and things like that. Now, if I can't play them games on my Nintendo Switch with the one I have now, then we have a problem. Then it should be an outrage. Trust me, I know. Then it will be an outrage. But right now, I can give Nintendo some slack because they got to be competitive, they got to stay relevant, and they need more power under the Nintendo Switch hood. And this is the way about going about it. And they're coming out with 2 consoles. One that is cheaper in price point, and the reason why it's gonna be cheaper in the price point because they're removing some of the features that the current Nintendo Switch has. You know, the vibrations in the Joy Cons. You know, when you playing your Nintendo Switch and you do certain moves or you do something that triggers the vibrations and vibrations in the Joy Cons, that will not be in the cheaper version of the Nintendo Switch that's targeted towards the younger audience of Nintendo fans. That will be gone. So because that's gone, it'll make the Nintendo Switch a lot cheaper. It may be over $200 to get a new Nintendo Switch that don't have the vibration controls and the Joy Cons. So, I mean, that's a plus. And then they're coming out with one that may be more expensive than the current Nintendo Switch you have now. If you want a little bit more power under your hood, and I think that's awesome. I mean, Microsoft and Sony did it. The PlayStation 4 wasn't cutting it, so they came out with a more powerful version, the PlayStation 4 Pro. You see what I'm saying? And you paid a little bit more money for the PlayStation 4 Pro for a little bit more processing power. Same thing with Microsoft. The first they came out with the Xbox One, then they came out with 2 different versions. The Xbox One S, that's a lot cheaper in price, but it's more powerful than the current Xbox that we had at the time. And they came out with Xbox One X for those who wanted a lot more power under the Xbox hood. That's all Nintendo's doing, is staying relevant and being competitive. And I think it's a good business move. And I'm not mad at them. Like I told you before, I think Microsoft and Nintendo are going to do some huge collaboration with each other. It's the reason why Nintendo is also doing this, because Nintendo still needs a third-party support. And when the new generation of consoles come out, the graphics in the it's going to go up. It's going to be more. It's going to be more. The graphics is going to be a lot better than right now. So that means that the processing power under the hood of the Nintendo Switch got to be a little bit more powerful to be able to port these third-party games over to the Nintendo Switch. I mean, come on, guys. We all knew this was going to happen when we bought a Nintendo Switch. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen this soon. But then you got to think about it. It's not really soon. Even though the Nintendo Switch is only 2 years old, it's almost time for the next generation of consoles to come out. So Nintendo Switch had to do this. And as long as they allow you to be able to play the exclusives on a Nintendo Switch that you have now, and if you want to play more of the more advanced third-party games that are coming out in the next couple of years, you're going to have to upgrade. And I upgrade every three to 4 years. So by 3 years from now, or a year or 2 from now, if I want to get a new Nintendo Switch because the one I have is not cutting it anymore, then I can upgrade. But I think that it's still okay because they're not cutting off this Nintendo Switch that you have now completely. It's not going to be obsolete. It's still going to be relevant. It's still going to be able to play Nintendo exclusive games. And as long as that is still functioning, I'm cool with it. And you should be as well. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the news with Nintendo. Cuphead, Unravel 2 coming to the Nintendo Switch. Then you got two new Nintendo Switch consoles coming out this summer. Let me know all you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. And I'll leave a link to the article I got my information from description box below for you guys to check out for yourselves. So you can read into it to see a little bit more if you want to know more information. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about everything I talked about. And as always, thank you for staying to the video. Make sure you hit the like button, helps out the channel. Make sure you share. It also helps out. Yes, please share, because the more you guys share, the more my videos get out there, the more people I get exposed to, and the more gamers come to the Mad Gaming community. So make sure you hit that share button as well. And if you want to see more content from your boy, Dmac Make sure that subscribe button, notification bell to be notified with more content. Stay safe, keep gaming. I'm out. I'll talk to you later.